The story of World War I begins on June 28, 1914, with the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary in Sarajevo. This pivotal moment triggered a series of events that would engulf the world in conflict. The assassination was not merely an isolated incident. It was the spark igniting deep-rooted tensions. Nationalism surged across Europe, with nations eager to assert their dominance and protect their interests. Militarism, characterized by an arms race and the glorification of military power, further escalated these tensions. The complex alliance system, where countries pledged support to one another, meant that a conflict involving one nation could quickly spiral into a global war. The major powers were divided into two main factions: the Allies and the Central Powers. The Allies consisted of France, Britain, Russia, and later the United States. Each nation brought unique strengths to the coalition. France, with its vast military resources, sought to reclaim territories lost to Germany. Britain, with its powerful navy, aimed to protect its empire and maintain global influence. Russia, driven by a desire to support Slavic nations, entered the fray to defend Serbia. On the other side, the Central Powers were led by Germany and Austria-Hungary, joined by the Ottoman Empire. Germany's military might and industrial strength posed a significant threat to its adversaries, setting the stage for a fierce confrontation. Tensions reached a boiling point in July 1914. Austria-Hungary issued an ultimatum to Serbia, which was only partially accepted. This led to Austria-Hungary declaring war on Serbia on July 28, 1914. Russia mobilized in defense of Serbia, prompting Germany to declare war on Russia and subsequently on France. The war had officially begun, with nations rapidly mobilizing their armies. Isometric visuals depict the chaos of mobilization, with soldiers rushing to enlist and military equipment being prepared for deployment. The world watched as the conflict escalated, unaware of the devastation that lay ahead. The early battles of World War I were marked by rapid movements and initial victories, but soon the war settled into a grueling stalemate. The Western Front became synonymous with trench warfare, where soldiers faced horrendous conditions. Isometric animations illustrate the labyrinth of trenches, filled with mud, barbed wire, and the constant threat of enemy fire. The Battle of the Somme and the Battle of Verdun became infamous for their staggering casualties and the sheer brutality of combat. Soldiers donned gas masks as chemical warfare introduced a new level of horror to the battlefield. The Eastern Front, while different in nature, also saw significant conflicts and suffering, with vast territories being contested. The Gallipoli campaign, launched in 1915, aimed to secure a sea route to Russia but ended in failure, highlighting the challenges of warfare in unfamiliar terrains. The isometric visuals capture the strategic layouts of the campaign, showing the harsh conditions faced by Allied troops. On the Western Front, the battles of the Somme and Verdun became symbols of the war's futility, with millions of lives lost for mere inches of territory. The emotional weight of these events is palpable as the visuals depict weary soldiers, the devastation of landscapes, and the relentless nature of the conflict. In 1917, the dynamics of the war shifted dramatically with the entry of the United States. The U.S. joined the Allies, motivated by unrestricted submarine warfare and the Zimmermann telegram, which revealed German attempts to incite Mexico against the U.S. Isometric animations show American troops preparing for deployment, symbolizing a fresh influx of resources and morale for the weary Allies. The arrival of American forces helped turn the tide, leading to a series of offensives in 1918 that pushed back the Central Powers, culminating in a desperate struggle for survival on their part. The war reached a turning point on November 11, 1918, when an armistice was signed, bringing an end to the fighting. Isometric visuals illustrate the moment of silence that enveloped the battlefields, a poignant contrast to the chaos that had preceded it. The aftermath of the war was profound, leading to the Treaty of Versailles in 1919. This treaty imposed harsh penalties on Germany, redrawing borders and reshaping nations. The isometric maps depict the new political landscape of Europe, setting the stage for future conflicts. The emotional toll of the war lingered as millions mourned lost loved ones, and the world grappled with the consequences of a conflict that had changed the course of history.